everybody, Erica Serwin here, and I have a new video for you showing you how to make this super cute hand sanitizer holder. You may know I love buying these cute little sanitizers at Bath & Body Works and designing holders for them. So when I saw this one this year, I had to get it, a bunch of them, and send them to my Stamp Club members. It says, "Sorry, I'm latte." So cute. And so I liked the colors. It's very different from the colors that are used in the catalog, pink and brown. So I decided to use those colors and make a really sweet holder for it. I'm using the Coffee Cafe stamp set found in the 2017 annual catalog, and I'm also using the framelits that go with it. The only stamps that I'm going to use are the whipped cream and the straw today. Because I was making a bunch of them, I decided to not stamp the cup, which is an option that you can do. You can just cut it out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to use 2 pieces of powder pink, and I'm going to cut 2 of those out. Now I'm going to run everything through the Big Shot at one time. So I'm going to do my stamping first, and I'm going to stamp the straw in powder pink on powder pink cardstock, and I'm only going to do it once because I just need a tiny part of that straw like that. You can go ahead and, if you're making a bunch of them, which is what I did, I stamped it all the way down and then I cut them in thirds, so you only have to cut 1 to get 3 small straws. Then I'm using crumb cake here on Whisper White for the whipped cream. I'm just going to stamp that. Now we'll get it all situated on the Big Shot platform. Let me move everything out of the way, and I'll tell you everything that I am cutting. I think we can get it all to fit on here at one time. So here is our whipped cream. Here's the whipped cream framelit, and it does not, it cuts inside those lines. You'll see when you cut it out, it only leaves these little lines here. It's designed to do that. So don't worry about it when you cut it and you think that your framelit doesn't line up. It is designed to do that. It's to create shading on the whipped cream and not an outside line. All right, I'm going to cut 2 of the cups at once. I'm going to use a piece of Whisper White, and I'm using this framelit for the little sleeve that goes on the coffee cup. It's got little embossed lines on it, which I love. And then I pulled out one of my heart framelits from the Sweet and Sassy framelit collection, and I'm cutting out some of the Coffee Break DSP, the little wood grain paper there. And let's see if I can not knock any of them off. Run it through. I'm using my magnetic platform to keep them all in place, and I just went through twice just for good measure to make sure these 2 cut out. Yep, perfect. All right, then the rest should be ready. I love that you can put them all on at one time and get it all done with one foul swoop. All right, so now that we've got all of that, let's put our first cup together. Now you'll see on mine, I only decorated the front cup. The back cup is plain. Again, because I was making a bunch of them, I was trying to keep it as simple as possible. So if you only made 1 or 2, you might want to decorate the back also. All right, we're going to take our coffee cup, just our front one, and I'm going to put the little sleeve here like this. And then I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen, get off the dried glue that I have there. And I'm just going to put a few tiny, tiny baby dots right here along that edge. And I'm going to slide that right there. That is going to put it behind, like it's coming up from inside the cup. All right, then with a Stampin' Dimensional, I'm going to add that heart. And I'm going to cut this guy off at an angle like that to match the little stripes. And I'm just going to use a glue dot for him because, whoops, wrong end, because that fine tip glue will take a little while to dry. Let's see, I think I'm going to put it this way. Now, when I went through my ribbon, I kind of played around with different colors of ribbon, and I liked the way that the Dapper Denim ribbon looked. It's kind of the opposite of pink, really, and gives it a pop and a fun look. So that's why I chose to go with the Dapper Denim. So make yourself a little bow, Cut those ends off at an angle and just add it on with your glue dot, just like that. All right, so we're going to set that aside, make sure that glue dries. Make sure you always put your little pin back into your fine tip glue. If I can get it in, I can't see it. You gotta have good eyes for this thing. That pin keeps it from clogging up. All right, now the inside of the holder is another piece of powder pink, and it measures 2 by 5 1/4. And on the long side, we're going to score it at 2 and 3 1/4. And then we're going to turn it this way and score it at 1/2 inch and 1 1/2 inches. All right, so you want to go ahead and burnish those score lines. You can see I accidentally stamped that originally on the inside of the wrong piece, but that's okay. We're going to put it on the inside and no one will ever see it. All right, so now we want to put the adhesive on the outside, okay? So make sure when you're putting your tear and tape, which is the adhesive that I recommend, you're putting it on the outside. And it really wouldn't matter other than the fact that I stamped on it and I wasn't supposed to stamp on this piece. All right, actually I can just tear it, right? It's called tear and tape. All right, so now let's take this off. And once you get those, go ahead and snip these little lines here. I do it after the adhesive. That way I can just do one long piece of adhesive and don't have to do a couple of pieces and peel a bunch of backings off. All right, so it's gonna fold in like this. Now we're not going to make a straight up and down box. We're gonna actually line it up with the edge of the cup here. All right, and we're gonna kind of follow it at a diagonal. Pull that bottom piece in and then make this one, let's see if I can show you, make this one line up with the other edge of the cup. So you can see here that this edge, get it straight on there, is diagonal. The box itself is not a square box, and this is going to fit in like that. It's not going all the way to the bottom, but it is holding it in there. It's too skinny at the bottom, and it's peeking out the top a little bit. All right, so once we have the back, all we have to do is line this one up. And what I did to make sure that they were even is I set them flat on the table to make sure both the bottoms of the cup were even. You kind of get down eye level to make sure that they both match up. Now, because the cup is rounded, your little holder is a little bit, it will rock. If that bothers you, just cut those cups off at a straight angle, at a straight line, and it won't do that. But it didn't bother me. I wanted to leave it rounded. And you can see that's it. They just go in just like that. All right, so there you have it. The little hand sanitizer holders for August of 2017. I have lots of different hand sanitizer holders, and I will link to them on my blog post. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hop over to my blog. I'll have all the measurements and product information for you there. All right, you guys, thanks so much. Let me know if you have questions. Bye-bye.